Welcome to the Disagreeable Nerd Podcast, a podcast where nerds from various ages and backgrounds get together to discuss movies, TV, books, and anything else that pops into their small, simple minds. Now sit back, relax, and let their ignorance wash over you.
And welcome to another episode of Disagreeable Nerd Podcast. Have you been up to anything interesting besides checking the weather?
I went to Kansas last weekend. That's
Ooh.
You know, our lives have been so busy.
Did you see Dorothy's house? I hear it's there.
It was kind of in the air.
The house was, or your plans?
That was a really bad stretch there. I went to Hutchinson, Kansas. I guess that's how you say it. And I went to a wedding. And let me just tell y'all.
Is it Hutchinson?
Yeah, Hutchinson. Kansas sucks. I couldn't wait to come back to Texas. It's just so flat and boring and just nothing life. Like, you know those tumbleweeds? I swear there's tumbleweeds there.
I've heard of them.
The land is just so depressing. I don't know, depressing? Is that the word I'm trying to use? I was just happy to be back in Texas because also Kansas is freezing cold in the winter. And I wasn't used to that. Because our winters are like, you know,
because we don't have a winter.
50 degrees, 60.
50 is about as cold as it gets.
Sometimes it gets to 40 and 30.
On a special day, it might rain and get cold.
Yeah. But like in Kansas,
We've had
it was like
3 days of that.
Yeah. Kansas, it was like 12 degrees or 10 degrees, all that stuff.
That's because there ain't no trees to block any wind.
Exactly. That's what I mean. There's nothing. There's not even like
Kansas
a heel.
is nothing.
I told you it sucks. So that's what I did. What did you do?
You just offended a whole state.
You know what? I can't even apologize. What about you? What have you been up to?
Nothing.
Whatever.
Don't do nothing. I went and saw, my last movie I went and seen was Underwater.
Oh my God.
And since you didn't see it, I guess I can go ahead and talk about it.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, Kristen Stewart was in it. That's all I know.
Even though this is our top 10 of 2019, so it's going to be probably a little bit longer. But Underwater is pretty good.
So tell me why it was good, Gubby.
Well, I guess it depends on where I set my bar and what I'm anticipating, and then what the reality of it is.
Was it Kristen Stewart?
She's good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
liked
never
her.
Not liked her, but you know, she get a lot of backlash.
Never not liked her.
She was in
her facial expressions could use a little more change.
I think that's why people don't like her.
But
as an actor,
she did a pretty good job. I mean, it starts off with a bang, literally. They're underwater and like the building starts collapsing.
Okay, so what is the movie about?
They're underwater, like 7 miles down. So there's like intense pressure and there's a breach and the building starts like literally collapsing in on itself and they're running from the collapse and stuff starts happening. Then they have to like put on these suits and go out into the water in this intense pressure. So they wear these special suits, which I'm sure don't exist in real life. Maybe they do.
Hey,
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
They're like astronaut suits, but made mostly of metal or whatever can withstand the intense pressure of 7 miles deep in the Mariana Trench.
In the depth of the ocean.
In the depth of it.
Like, it's basically a cave, but underwater.
Right. Like, it's intense blackness.
Yeah.
Like, zero light.
Man.
And there's monsters.
See, that makes it even better.
That's what makes it a little bit better. So it was pretty, I mean, it's basically jump scares, you know, jump scare. But it had good acting in it. And it was, it had TJ Miller in it. He's always like, tries to keep things funny.
Who's TJ Miller?
A lot of people don't like him, but remember the guy
you know so many people, God.
Remember the guy in the last Transformers movie that was atrocious? He was like the funny, kind of big, tall, fat guy, and he like died right away.
Vaguely.
He's in lots of stuff. He always plays the same type character.
Is he in Get Out?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'd give Underwater. I mean, it was better than average.
Interesting. You gave it a 3, didn't you? Oh no.
Maybe I gave it a 2.5. Maybe I gave it an average.
I could have swore you gave it a 3.
I mean, it was good. It wasn't bad.
But it was entertaining.
It wasn't.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I enjoyed it.
It was a movie.
It kept my attention.
Yeah. And it is action packed.
It's super cliche, but with decent acting.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know what? I hated it. The more I think about it, it's pretty good. It's all right.
Well, didn't you go see another movie without me in theaters?
Jumanji? Did we watch Jumanji together?
No, we did not. You watched it
You
without
didn't see
me.
Jumanji?
I didn't get to see it because I think I was working or something. Something
Who did I
happened.
see Jumanji with?
You went by yourself.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, because Gabi's one of those little creepers that goes to movie theaters by itself.
So I like watching movies with myself.
You know, I guess it wouldn't be a bad thing. Like, I like to have somebody like slap on the arm, like, did you see that? Or something, you know, or whisper things, even though, you know, you don't like when I talk to you
Sweet
in the movie.
nothings.
I beg your pardon?
Sweet nothings?
Yeah.
Do you whisper sweet nothings? You don't know what that means, do you?
Nope.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
Well, we're going to discuss our top 10.
This is why you shouldn't say things I don't know, because when when people like Jerry Baker listens to our podcast, he's like, you just don't know what you're talking about, bitch.
That's because you don't know so much.
Oh, I'm going to be a
We can
Generation
fill
Z.
volumes with what you don't know.
Hit me. Go. Hit me, Gobs.
I just said one, sweet nothings.
Another one. Go.
Oh my God. How many phrases have I said that you've never heard before?
I mean, there's a couple.
Like what?
I don't know. I can't remember.
What about close only counts and horseshoes and hand grenades?
How do you even remember that?
Have you heard that?
You don't even remember yesterday, and you remember that.
Have you heard that phrase?
Maybe. I probably heard it sometime in my lifetime.
Well, let's not discuss the things Paige doesn't know because we'll be here for an eternity.
That's a false, but okay.
Instead, let's discuss our top 10 movies of 2019.
Let's get to it.
Okay. All right, so my list.
So wait, Gobs, are we going to start the podcast like?
You always start
ranking,
with your number 10.
I know that.
Oh,
I know that.
Oh,
I know.
that you know?
I screwed up last time. Okay, I was excited. I'm asking, do you want to do 9, 8, or 9, and then fluctuate?
Probably 10.
I mean,
that's where we're
I meant to
starting.
say I know. I was just putting out a number. Like, do we gonna do?
Yeah, I will do
both
my
of our
10, then you do your 10.
numbers at the same time?
Then I'll do my 9, then you do your 9.
Okay. Why don't you go first, Gobs?
Sure. Let me go first. Let me pull these things up. What?
Sure. Let me go first. Go for it, Gobs.
Let me take care of everything.
I mean, why don't I just go first? Because you got to look
All
your
right,
list up.
go.
My list is
Please.
literally in front of me. Gabi has a computer.
No, mine's in front of me as well.
What are you doing then? What are you looking up?
I'm looking up additional info.
Oh my god, he's so extra.
All right, go.
Okay,
What's your number 10?
so before I tell you my number 10,
Oh, now who's extra?
a lot of movies that I watched in 2019 were
Dumb.
a couple of Netflix films.
Okay.
Not all of them
I've
got on here.
Actually, my number 10 is a Netflix film.
So is mine. So just throwing that out there. Okay, here we go. Number 10 for short is The Perfect Date. So, The Perfect Date has Noah I'm going to really butcher this. Centineo. He's become one of my favorite Netflix actors because he's in like all the Netflix films. And he's cute, he's funny, he's a good actor, and it's just kind of one of those guilty pleasure type movies where it's a teenage type flick, rom-com type thing,
Yeah.
and it's just enjoyable and fun to watch. And I liked it.
It's not enjoyable to listen to you describe it. Bleh. Oh, sorry.
Oh, hey, Laura
Ingalls Wilder?
Morano? I think her name is Laura Morano. Or maybe that's her sister. Well, either way, the girl that plays Laura. Why are you rolling your eyes?
Hey, guess what? Now that's why I pulled up the thing in front of me. So I know what's in my movie I'm fixing to talk about.
I just said what was in my movie.
No, you didn't. You said Laura.
That's her name.
Morano?
I was saying Morano. I don't know how to say it, but that's how you say it. I mean, not how you say it. That's the name. Gabi,
All right, moving on. Go ahead. Continue.
I'm done. Your turn.
That's it?
I said it
What was the name of this movie? I've literally already forgot it.
because you weren't listening.
That's how forgettable it is.
It's called
Is that the one where he makes an app?
Yes,
That's the app one.
the app.
With Noah Centineo,
Yeah, that's how I was.
the Netflix king.
Yes, he is a Netflix king. You were right on something. Yeah.
All right.
It's good. I really like him.
I came in on the last 10 minutes of it and not impressed.
Well, but
My number 10,
it's typical of you.
Always Be My Maybe.
Interesting. That is my number 11.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ali Wong, Randall Park, James Saito, Michelle. Oh, there's a lot of names in here. I can't respond.
Oh, you can't say him either.
Well, they're
Interesting.
not names I'm used to saying. They're from, I guess,
Oh, that's
Korea?
That's not.
most of them are
Oh, you
Korean, I
think they're
believe.
Korean?
I believe so. Sorry if they're not, but I think most of them are. It's also got the scene with Keanu Reeves. The best scene, possibly one of the best scenes of 2019.
Completely forgot about that scene. Oh my god, that's so funny.
He's listening to the animal that he's eating,
Yeah.
and he starts crying. That was good stuff.
And him and the girl that was, or what's her name, the character, they were dating, and
Oh
he
yeah,
was just really like a, I don't know.
it was it's a romantic comedy, rom-com. Remember when I said that before and you never heard that before either? Add that to your list.
I think that was maybe what 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, Randall Park from Fresh Off the Boat.
Yep, I like him.
I like him a lot. This movie took me by surprise. I just decided to watch it. I do like rom-coms a lot, and I decided to watch this. I was like, oh, it took me by surprise how funny it was.
I think it was funny, but I don't know. It just didn't make my top 10 for some reason, but it was okay.
Okay, so you're number 9.
My number 9 is You Got a Friend in Me.
Toy Story 4.
You got a friend in me. Yes.
Okay.
I love Toy Story. It's kind of nostalgic to watch Toy Story movies.
Keanu was in that too.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
2019 was the year of Keanu.
Wow. It was just a good entertainment.
Okay.
With some toys, talking toys.
Who's your favorite toy?
Oh gosh, Andy, of course, or not Andy.
Oh my God.
I said Andy.
Andy's the boy.
The reason why I said Andy is because I always look at what's his name, Boots, and see Andy.
Who is Boots?
Oh crap! What's his name? Don't tell me. How am I forgetting his name? Like I literally had it in my mind.
I'm waiting.
Oh my god! Give me a hint. Don't even tell me. Give me a hint. Like a tiny hint.
Tom Hanks?
I know Tom Hanks plays his voice. I just can't remember the name of the.
I think he's made of wood.
Oh, Woody.
Is he your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess he's kind of got to be, but
I mean, he doesn't have to be, but I just love Woody. He just wants everybody to be.
I like all the side characters.
He wants everybody to be happy.
What about Forky?
Okay, he's a new character. But out of all 4 movies that I've watched my whole childhood, Woody has always been my favorite.
So, out of all the Toy Stories, which one's your favorite?
I mean, 1.
I don't think I'd have to go with 1 as well. No, actually, I think I like 2 the best.
2 was
3
good too.
is was trying to be 2. I mean, everybody loves 3. It is really good. They're all really good. This one's really good, but I like 2 the best.
They were all good.
And they all try to make you cry at some point.
I mean,
What's with that?
what's wrong with that?
That's the way with all those Pixar movies. They try to
Have
make
you
you
seen
cry.
Up?
Yes.
I straight up cried in that
at
movie.
least in that one, they get it out of the way in the first 5 minutes.
I mean, you cried at the end of Toy Story? It was kind of happy.
No, I mean, but they always kind of go dark, you know?
Who's back there writing the scripts?
I don't know, but they kind of go dark. But in Toy Story 3, when they all thought they was going to die and they all held hands, come on. They were just really trying to make everybody cry. You're heartless.
I've only seen part 1, 2, and 4.
You never seen?
I haven't seen 3. I've seen bits and pieces of 3, but for some reason I haven't seen it all the way through. So
it's really good.
You're talking about 3, I'm not sure about, but part 1 and 2 I've seen, and 4.
Well, it's good. You ought to check it out. If you like Toy Story 4, you'll like Toy Story 3 because they're all about the same.
I mean, it's good. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yes?
so something happened to my letterbox.
You forgot about that movie, didn't you?
No, I didn't forget about it. I put it in my list. Remember? You remember how it's weird and it didn't go in the right list?
It's funny how all your stuff always glitches. I wonder if that's user error. You think?
Okay, anyways. I forgot to put that one in mine. And I'm really upset about that. Darn.
It was... I'm trying to think if I liked it better than the first one. And I think I did. Better than the first Spider-Man.
I think I like Far From Home better than the first one. I mean, no. Sorry. I liked... No. I did like Far From Home from Homecoming. Yeah.
Yeah, Homecoming was a little slow.
You know what?
It's really good.
No, it's not because of that, though. It's because this is after Endgame.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like everybody's kind of grieving Iron Man.
Yeah, it was kind of like a continuation of the Endgame story. It's good.
And it's just good.
I liked Jake Gyllenhaal. I wish he'd have done a little bit more. I wish they had done... his turn from good to bad was the only thing that bothered me because it's like he just was pretending to be good and he was bad the whole time.
I remember us talking about this. I wish he had
actually developed like a kind of relationship with Peter so that he would have actually felt kind of bad for betraying him, but he didn't. He was like just a completely bad guy.
Yeah. I think it would have
added... Eilish.
That was really good try, but it didn't work out.
Oh.
Gabi always he'll be talking about something and then he throws in some like modern maybe phrase or title of something that's going on today. Throws me off completely. And I'm not sure whether to laugh or like not say anything at all. So I laugh just to make you be like, the face you're doing right now is what I thought you would do if I didn't laugh. Anyways, super cheesy to say, by the way. I agree though with Jake Gyllenhaal, however you say his name. It's just like with Thanos. He felt good at the same time, like he was bad and good with Gamora. He loved her, but killed her. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it would have been like that, we probably would have felt something for him. But
yeah, I mean, it's good. He did a good job, but just I need a little bit more depth.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the movie. It was very entertaining, and that's what I was going to say. My list is going to be terrible in many people's opinion.
Who cares?
Because some of my movies, the quality isn't like other movies that came out last year, but I'm just simply doing mine based on... Please don't you're just sitting here mindlessly tearing my paperback book apart.
I don't think it tore.
The 5th season.
Oh yeah, a book you haven't read yet?
I just got it.
When, like 3 months ago?
Hey. What book have you read recently?
I've been reading Pride and Prejudice. Thank you.
How far are you in?
That's my business.
Have you gotten past the foreword yet?
Yes, duh.
Table of contents?
I'm on like chapter 10. Thank you very much.
Oh.
You think you know
understand
me,
what you read?
Yes.
Who wrote that book?
Jane Austen, duh.
Oh, Jane
Dummy.
Austen. What did she ever write that was good?
What did you ever write that was good? Your little diary.
Hey. Nobody's supposed to not have a diary.
Gabi has a diary. Gabi has a diary.
I'm fixing to write in it right now.
What are you going to talk about?
Page hurt my feelings.
Oh, I hope I find it. Post it.
I see you made me forget what we was talking about.
We're talking about our
my
top
list.
10.
My list is just movies I enjoyed. Some of them I enjoyed more than others. If I enjoyed it more than this other movie, this other movie is clearly like a great work of motion picture art. I understand that. But that doesn't mean I enjoyed watching it. There are some movies that are like, this is clearly well acted, well filmed, but my God, is it depressing. I like movies that make me happy. So most of these movies are on my list are super entertaining to me personally.
And it's fine to like.
I'm not shooting for the Oscar votes.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I see. I left a lot of mine out that were, Oscar votes, but I understand what you're saying.
Which on my next one, especially actually my next 3 movies, lots of people will roll their eyes at, but that's okay.
Including me?
Possibly. I think there's one on here that's going to floor you.
Oh my God.
All right, you're number 8.
Number 8. Mr. Glass.
Glass? Wow, you must not have watched many movies last year. Just kidding.
I watched.
Hey, you do you, right?
Do you didn't like Glass or something?
No.
I thought you liked Glass.
I did not like Glass.
Is
I liked part of Glass. I liked the potential that was in Glass, but I hated the ending of it.
I mean, technically,
and it ruined the whole movie for me.
Okay, technically,
I liked the build up until that point. Don't you roll your eyes at
the
me.
rank app I had with, that's how it determines. But I liked Glass because of the freaky psychoticness of it. It's just crazy. I know. I watched Unbreakable when I was 18. That was 5 years ago. So I haven't been invested in Unbreakable for years and years and years, like everybody else in the world. So I can understand why you hate it, because you've been.
I know. I'm not. DJ's the one that loves Unbreakable.
Y'all been waiting for years.
Unbreakable is. No, I thought Unbreakable was a singular story. Then at the end of, what was the one he made 2 years ago when they decided to make this a sequel with all split personalities?
Oh, you're talking about, what's that called? Ooh, I forgot.
Well, James McAvoy plays all the different characters.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
Anyways,
Split.
So when he made Split, suddenly, like, he threw in this end thing that were like, oh my God, it's in the Unbreakable universe.
It was just kind of.
I liked Unbreakable. Like, again, that's a quality movie. Yes, I get it, but and it could have been really good to show how this guy's like a superhero in this universe, a like kind of realistic, quote unquote, superhero.
Yeah. So you just didn't like the fact that they killed him off by drowning him in the puddle?
Yeah, the fact that everyone dies. No, yes, that was stupid. So 2 movies, 1 sequel in, they're like, oh, we're going to reintroduce everything, create this universe just to immediately end it with this corporation that shows up in the movie that had never been talked about before previously. But I'm not attacking your movie.
I mean, it sounds like you are.
I really am.
It's fine. It's not my it's my number 8 though. So what's yours?
My number 8, Hobbs and Shaw.
That's a. I say that because I'm not like the biggest Fast and Furious fan, but I mean it's okay.
I am. It's fun.
It's just.
And this movie was
too
fun.
Much.
This movie
the punches were fun.
This movie,
the fake punches.
This movie is a little bit too much.
How The Rock doesn't like at all get hurt.
Sure, he's invincible.
He's invincible. He's basically Superman.
Yes, as is Jason Statham.
I haven't even watched the movie.
Yeah, but you are correct in what you have said because you heard me say it.
Yeah, and The Rock's in it, so he plays the same character in all his movies.
Yeah, so does a lot of people.
And is that okay though?
Yes. That's just you. That's his style.
So you're okay
He's
with
not like going to win an Oscar.
Rebel Wilson, you like that she plays the same?
I don't particularly care for her character in any movie. So that's a bad one to pick.
I say that because she's the same in every her movies.
There's lots of people that are the same in every Ryan Reynolds, hilarious in every movie. But he plays Ryan Reynolds. Harrison Ford plays Harrison Ford in every movie.
Harrison Ford plays Harrison Ford.
Han Solo and Indiana Jones are basically the same type of character, with a slight variance to it. But he's got the charisma and the personality to pull it off. Whereas Rebel Wilson is super annoying in every movie. But yes, I get what you're saying. Yeah, she's the same character and everything. So Hobbs and Shaw is Luke Hobbs and Deckard Shaw. They going after the cyber genetically enhanced villain that threatens the future of humanity, which is Idris Elba.
I bet he was good.
And he was good. And it was a little ridiculous. He had a motorcycle that was basically like this transformer. He could do anything he wanted to do. And it was extremely over the top and dumb. And their quips back and forth were too much for me.
So do you think this is a guilty pleasure type movie for you?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. And it also had Vanessa Kirby in it, who I like a lot.
But it's okay to have that guilty pleasure movie.
Yes,
I have no hate.
Thank you.
I just don't care for those type of movies.
It made $758 million worldwide, so I'm sure there's going to be a part 2.
Oh, gosh. Of course.
All right, your number 7.
My number 7 is Captain Marvel. I really like Captain Marvel because, for one, I just really like that she's like this baddie.
Girl power. Is that why?
I didn't say that. You did. She has like
Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman? Who do you like better?
Let me tell you why I like Captain Marvel better. I like her better because I like both of them in their own way, but I like Captain Marvel better because she's not this back down little baby like
Neither's Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's kind of like, she doesn't back down, but she's kind of like, I don't know the word for it. Like not softy, but inexperienced.
Yeah.
I don't know. Captain Marvel is just like, she's tough. And Wonder Woman's not particularly tough. Like, she's tough, but she's not tough. Tuff.
Okay.
But I mean, they both are great. But Captain Marvel was good because like they introduced her for Endgame, I believe. Correct? Am I wrong?
Well, yeah, for some reason they thought that was necessary.
I don't
Then they barely used her.
understand that, but I was kind of glad about that though.
Sure, I enjoyed Captain Marvel. It was fine,
and I just loved. It was funny. It was funny.
It had humor in it.
I thought so, and I like what's her name, Brittany.
Brie Larson.
Or Brie Larson. I like her. She's a good actress. So yeah, what's your number 7?
Let It Snow.
L. No way.
See, I told you that was the one that was going to get you.
Dude, I didn't even put that in my rank.
I really liked that movie.
What? I showed it to you. What the heck?
It's a Netflix original.
What the crap? That's so weird.
It's 80% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's just kind of random for you.
I actually didn't expect that.
Gabi, for you, I wouldn't expect you to like it.
I didn't expect to like it either, but it's just
because it's you.
It's another rom-com.
It's a rom-com.
It's got all these young folks in it, making me wish I was young again.
And they are all best friends.
A bunch of actors I've never heard of.
Never heard of the Dora Explorer lady chick?
No, I've never watched Dora Explorer.
Me either.
Isabella Merced.
What's his name's in it from Spider-Man?
Who?
Bald little dude.
Jacob Batalon, apparently.
And also the girl from the girl that had the cell phone.
Odeya Rush.
She was in The Giver.
She's like, the girl with like the extremely blue eyes, and she's like dark skinned,
super pretty.
Yeah, no, like
they made her like.
I like the setting. I like the snow. I love snow movies. Easy. Maybe you should put that in the cup holder so you don't knock it down like you almost just did. Sade's trying to knock her beer off onto my board game table. Please
Technically,
don't do that.
It did almost knock over. Nothing happened.
So, this Let It Snow, it's in a small town. This snowstorm brings together a group of young people. It's the typical, like, you have some of your outsiders, some of the cool kids. They'll have various love storylines that are going on.
It's like everyone has a part But there is a main character, which is Dora Explorer.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is.
But like hers was the least interesting to me, actually.
It was pretty.
I liked everybody else's.
It was the least interesting. Her mom has cancer. She's trying to figure out college, blah, blah, blah.
I was really taken aback by it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I just enjoyed it.
I'm happy you enjoyed it.
I guarantee you this will not be on anybody else's top 10 movies of the year.
Hey, you don't know?
Everybody else is going to have all these like Oscar movies. Irishman, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, which I haven't seen any of those, so I can't say.
I don't even know what those are.
Exactly. I liked it. Let it snow. Put snow in a movie. I'm watching it.
Okay. 6.
Number 6. What's your number 6?
My number 6 is Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Oh my God. Give me Let It Snow any day of the week to Godzilla.
I liked Godzilla. It was good.
I'm glad you did. What did you like about it?
Godzilla, I just like mostly just seeing Godzilla and the monsters, like all them fighting. And I like to see Godzilla do his little thing, go baddie on everyone. And that radiation.
That is so enjoyable.
Cool. That's mostly what I liked. I didn't care about the characters. I don't even remember their names.
That's because there was no characters to care about, and you don't know their names because they didn't flesh them out at all.
That's why I said I like Godzilla and his monster friends.
Godzilla and friends.
Yeah, and I don't know, it was just cool effects too. It was cool.
My number 6 is also going to be another one that nobody really cares about. Jumanji.
But he talks about my movies.
Jumanji, the next level.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really judge it.
I laughed a lot.
Because what's his name's in it?
All of them.
What's his name?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Were you laughing because of him?
Yeah, well, he's
was
funny
he the
too.
funniest one there, or
no?
Or was it?
Yeah, I mean,
Jack
yeah,
Black?
probably. Yeah, he probably has the funniest lines. Yeah, but they all do pretty good. Jack Black and Kevin Hart, but Dwayne Johnson, like he's pretty funny, and I mean, it's just all good. It's all good. It's all fun. Not as good as the first one.
So, what did you like about this movie better, or what did you like versus like? Did you like what did you like? This is why I don't ask questions, because I can't use English. I'm asking you, what was it about this movie that you liked? That's what I'm trying to say.
That I like adventure movies. Okay. They don't make adventure movies anymore.
It's fun.
They don't make Indiana Jones type movies anymore. Right. And I like those.
Dora Explorer?
No. I haven't seen that, so I can't judge.
You really can't.
I'll check it out, but
I'll check it out with you.
I'm thinking it's not something I'd be interested in since it's based on a child's cartoon that I really don't know anything about. I used to
watch Dora Explorer as a child, Gobs.
The only thing, I don't know anything about Dora Explorer. So she's got a map.
She got a Boots, the monkey.
The monkey.
And
Backpack,
Fox
Boots
is the one that say, "Go away, Fox. Stay away, Fox," or something, because he tries to steal the map.
But I like adventure stories. And the characters, like having to play other characters, is pretty good. And it's just funny. It was funny. I had a good time. Mm-hmm. It also may have a recency bias to it, since I just saw it a couple weeks ago and I can freshly remember it.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. Not as good as the first one.
The first one, when you say the first one, just making sure.
The first Dwayne Johnson one.
You are talking about the newest one.
I haven't seen the Robin Williams one in a long time, so I don't know.
Okay. That one's good too.
It may or may not hold up. I don't know. Anyway, but that's my number 6.
Okay.
Your number 5.
My number 5 is Knives Out.
Very good. As is mine, by the way.
No way. High five.
High five on the Knives Out.
Good one, I guess.
I don't know. I just kind of said that real slow for some reason.
Yeah, you said it really weird. I was like, what is going on? And that was a weird high five there, too.
Well, it's through wires and microphone
I felt like
stands.
we could do not too hard. Ow.
Okay, well, how about just
I think
an air
it just
five?
broke my wrist. Like a small one. Let's redo it again. Come on. No. Don't hit it. Just go. No. Don't do that either.
What?
Yeah.
That's anticlimactic. Knives Out.
We just
Please go.
we just got the same movie. Oh my god, on number 5. That's awesome. Chris Evans, duh.
That's the main reason right there.
I love Chris Evans.
It's made $277.9 million worldwide on a $40 million budget. That's pretty freaking good.
Wow.
Ryan Johnson directed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else he directed?
Mm. Mm-mm.
The Last Jedi.
Oh, okay. You told me this, and I remember going, oh. Okay.
Okay. All right. Continue on.
Okay, so we both got Knives Out. So we went and saw this in theaters. Did we see this in theaters? Yeah, we did see this in theaters. And the only thing I didn't like about this movie is the vomiting part.
That was too much.
But other than that, I love the mysteryness of murder mystery that has lots of comedy in it.
It was very Agatha Christie type. Like, what's that one we watched where they're on the train? Murder on
Orient
the Orient
Express. Yeah. Stuff like that. It's like Sherlock-like-ish. Not really, but you know what I mean? Like they're...
Well, for the longest time, I didn't think Benoit Blanc knew what he was doing. Like, he hadn't figured nothing out.
Oh, yeah.
From appearances. I was like, is this guy going to figure anything out? Like, the movie's going to solve itself, and he just happened to be there.
Well, he knew she did something because he knew about the blood.
But then he got it, yeah.
He just didn't say nothing.
He cracked it all open.
Yeah. But, I don't know. It was enjoyable. I love, like, when they do perspectives, like they're sitting down interviewing all the possible suspects, and we go back and forth to what happened and all that. I love that kind of stuff, back and forth like that. And it's kind of hard to figure out, like, the audience is, you're constantly wondering, like, which direction are they going to go with this? Like, the main character was the girl. What was her name? Becca? Nope. Marta. They could have made her look innocent, but she was the killer, which she wasn't the killer. And then it could have been Chris Evans. You know, no one liked him. I was thinking he was good, but even though he was hated, but he was bad. It's just what direction you're going to. It's just always going to be a surprise, you know?
Yeah. Well, we discussed in our podcast, but like, I like that it wasn't a whodunit necessarily because
you're right.
Like the girl killed him.
We knew right away.
And then he killed himself.
Yeah, we knew right away that he.
Well, actually, she didn't.
She did not kill him.
Yeah, I know.
She thought she killed him.
She was supposed to trick him, and he literally killed himself. But
no.
Chris Evans.
Wait. She was supposed to trick him? No.
Chris Evans thought he would trick her.
Oh, that's
but because she was such a good nurse, she knew the difference just by way of the blah 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 blah. Chris Evans tried to trick her into killing him. She didn't. The old man. But she thought she had. Yeah. But ultimately she didn't. And Christopher Plummer, like, killed himself to take the weight of it off.
To protect her.
I'm not going to get the whole story. But basically, yes. There was some twists and turns along the way that I didn't expect. And it took me by surprise. And it was hilarious. It was. And Daniel Craig is hilarious.
He is. He's talking like he's from New Orleans.
Like, I would have never thought Daniel Craig had that funny ability in him.
For real? You know what? I agree.
He seems like he's like super serious in like James Bond.
Yeah, that's why. Well, yeah, you're right. What else has he been in besides James Bond?
He made that one. He made that other comedy movie me and you watched with Adam Driver, and he played another Southern character. You may not have watched that with me, but I thought you did.
Wait,
Channing Tatum and Adam Driver, and they robbed that thing.
No, I haven't seen that.
And Adam Driver has like one arm or something.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's good.
Wait, is that a true story?
Yeah,
it's
like supposedly based on true events.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I think they stretch it pretty far, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's good though. I forget the name of it right off the hand though.
Well, maybe he should go into comedy.
This was a stacked cast.
Yeah.
Toni Collette, Don Johnson, Michael Shannon, Jamie Lee Curtis, Chris Evans, Daniel Craig.
Lots of known actors.
Anna de Armas. I'd never seen her before, though. Lakeith Stanfield. I liked him as the cop. The other cop that was like, he was cracking me up.
The dumb one?
Yeah. He was all into like murder mysteries and stuff himself.
Like
It was
Nancy
good.
Drew, I think.
It was a
he
good
into
show.
that? Yeah, it was.
All right, so we tied on number 5s.
Since we tied on number 5, why don't you go to number 4? Go for it.
You want me to start number 4?
Yeah.
It's the Rise of Skywalker.
What? What? Oh my! It did not make your number 1 or 2.
Oh, no.
That is very shocking.
Well, there's.
I am very, very shocked.
Well,
Very
I am
surprised.
too. Because when I do, I use this ranking engine and it will bring up 2 movies and it pits them against each other. I have to choose one. Which one if I had to choose, which one would I watch again is the way I do it.
Oh,
Which one was, I mean, clearly which one is better, but I choose it on a variety of things. And I chose Rise of Skywalker to the number 4 position.
I see what you're saying. You choose it based off if you watch again. I chose it based off the story, the actors, and the plot. You know,
Well, I mean, yeah, that too. Well, that's what I'm saying.
and if I watch it again,
It weighs in there because, like we discussed on what was the last Planet of the Apes movie? Like that was a amazing movie, but my God, was it depressing and sad? And would I ever watch it again? No. But when I watched it the first time, it was very impactful.
yeah, it was. I cried like a baby.
So it's like, yeah, that was a really good movie. I would have to put that in my like top 10 of that year, but I would never watch it again.
So
So I kind of like weigh all that at once at the same time. It's a mixture. But Rise of Skywalker at my number 4, thoroughly enjoyed it. Gave me kind of the nostalgic feel of the old ones.
did it make you feel like
It was adventurous.
closure?
Closure? It did. Yeah. It wrapped it all up.
Yeah, I felt like it wrapped it up pretty good.
Yeah. But
That's a lot of movies to wrap up.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
It's somewhere still on my list, so I'm not going to say.
Okay.
My number 4, Downton Abbey.
Oh.
Love Downton Abbey. Love the TV show. Love the characters, the actors, actresses. It's set in the freaking 20s/30s. And I've always loved that era. I'm now going into the 18th century era now, 17th century. Like, I really like that era. But, like, the 20s were my OG, like, era I liked. So, BBC always makes good stuff, too. Because, you know, it's BBC. And speaking of BBC, I don't know. I think it's BBC. We recently started a show called Poldark. I think it's BBC. And it's also very good, which we need to finish, by the way. It's like 5 or 6 seasons or whatever. And
We're like on the 3rd episode.
yeah, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot of like seasons, you know. So we got like forever. We got like forever to watch it.
Unless we bat them all.
Right. So yeah, Downton Abbey was great. I loved it. And it's funny because it's a show, but they made a movie. Like they wrapped it up kind of like a closure in a sense too. It takes place with the king and the queen, you know, visiting the what's their last names?
Granthams
Granthams or whatever.
or Crawleys.
Crawleys, Granthams, whatever.
He's Lord Grantham.
Yeah.
Mary Crawley. I don't know. That's all kind of confusing.
Yeah. But yeah, it was great. You watched it with us. Theaters. Do you like it?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. It was just you and a bunch of women.
I did like it, and that's why it's my number 3.
Oh, what's that?
It's it was really good. I don't know that if you weren't into the show, you probably wouldn't like it, but I wasn't.
You think that though? You think that?
I mean, if you didn't like the show, why would you like the movie?
But like, say you had never heard of the show.
I don't think you would enjoy. I don't know because I literally can't know because I don't have that perspective. We would have to find somebody that's never watched the show, show them the movie, and ask them, "Did you like that?" Because part of the joy of it is knowing all the characters, and you're visiting these old characters you love from the show again.
Yeah.
So you know all their backstory, all their quirks, their personality, what's funny, inside jokes, all that type of stuff. And I did watch the show, so I loved this movie.
I guess so, because whenever what is the Irish guy's name?
The
Thomas. Nope.
no, Thomas is the butler.
Yep.
Oh, the used to be the chauffeur.
Yeah.
Married Sybil.
Yes, I can't remember his name.
I know
Anyways,
her name. I don't know his name.
I don't know how I forgot his name. Anyways, like for example, everyone knew he's Irish, so he's not for the British government or monarchy, right? So like they kind of thought he was betraying them in this movie, and I don't think they would. If you had seen the TV show, you wouldn't know.
Tom Branson.
Tom. It was a T. Anyways, you know what I mean, right? Did you hear anything I just said?
No, I'm too busy looking up IMDb.
I was just trying to say that someone who had never seen the show probably wouldn't understand why Tom or Branson or whatever, why everyone was still worried if they could trust him because he was Irish and he wasn't.
Oh, no.
God, he just ripped his microphone off. But yeah, Downton Abbey was great.
Keep talking while I put this in here.
Oh, I'm done talking. Sorry, I was just talking about Tom Branson. I'm kind of done now.
Okay, I got my microphone back.
Anyways, let's go to my number 3.
All right, you're number 3.
My number 3 is I got no money and I got no pockets. What do you think that is?
Cats.
Oh my God. I'm offended, actually, that you just said.
I got no money and I got no pockets.
Where do you think that's from, Gobs? Let me give you a hint.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Peanut Butter Falcon! Freaking love that movie. It was charming.
Oh.
It was very
Trying to figure out what
good actors. I loved it. I absolutely loved Peanut Butter Falcon. The little dude, what's his name? Zach. I only know his name in the movie. I don't know his real name in life. But Zach, he was good. He was good.
It was a really
He cracked
good
me
show.
up. I was dying laughing the entire way through the movie, laughing so hard, and at the same time it was funny, but at the same time it was heartwarming,
Oh yeah,
and sad.
It reminded me of that Mud.
Yeah,
Remember Mud?
yeah, I watched that with you. Yeah, you're right.
It had a similar feel.
Yeah,
An indie type,
yeah,
which
yeah.
it was.
Indie film. That's all I got for that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's time
Hold
for
on.
you.
All right. So then we're going to number 2.
Yep.
Avengers Endgame.
Interesting. I really want to know what your number 1 is.
My number 2 of the year, Avengers Endgame.
Oh God.
It gave me the feels. I laughed. I cried. I cheered. It had everything I wanted in it.
I am very interested to know what your number 1 is.
I mean, it was just the perfect wrap up. It succeeded where Rise of Skywalker failed in pleasing everyone.
Really?
It wrapped up all the storylines. Iron Man's dead. He sacrificed his life. Someone had to die. Someone had to pay the price to make, to have some stakes.
I will say, Endgame was the wrap up was awesome, and it hit closer to home because I watched Marvel longer than I have watched Star Wars. So seeing it wrapped up from like when the Avengers movie. Well, I mean Marvel movie. Well, I watched Marvel movies my whole entire life.
Right.
From X-Men to I don't know, everything. Iron Man, everything. I'm just super shocked right now. Like I need to know what your number 1 is, but I'm gonna wait.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about Avengers Endgame that we haven't already said.
I thought maybe your number 1 and your number 2 will be like my number 1 and number 2, and it's not.
Okay, well, I'm curious as to what your number 2, because I figure Avengers is your number 1. But hold on, let me see if I can find your number 2. Let's see, going through there, don't see that.
I mean, my number 1 and 2 is very
That was terrible.
obvious. It's obvious.
Oh, it's obvious?
Yeah.
Have we discussed Rise of Skywalker?
I feel like we need to say our number 1s and 2s.
So your number 2 is Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
Okay.
And
then
my
your
number 1 is
Avengers
Endgame.
Okay.
That's why I was like, what the crap is your number 1?
So you tell me your number 2 is Rise of Skywalker.
My number 2 is Rise of Skywalker. And the reason why it's number 2 is because, like I said earlier, Avengers Endgame hit closer to home for me, and I absolutely love the wrap up and the ending. And
Yes.
I actually cried
Yes.
for when Robert Downey Jr. died. What the heck?
Avengers Endgame had a Rise of Skywalker was really good, but it only had like maybe 2 moments that I was like I was affected emotionally.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
One being when he saw his dad, Harrison Ford again,
Yeah.
Han Solo, and when everybody
ending.
shows up.
Oh, okay. I was thinking whenever they showed up, and then when Adam Driver smiled,
Yeah, that was good too.
and like he was finally on the good side. Like I was kind of like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was good too.
And
but
then he
everybody showed up,
disappeared.
but everybody showing up was very Avengers Endgame.
It was very Avengers.
like, and Avengers to me did it a little bit better.
yeah, they
I was
did.
like really more excited. Like it really, I was like,
Everybody
oh, it's so
clapped
good.
in Endgame.
It's so good to see everybody
Yes.
back, and it was just like Avengers Assemble. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it was a freaking amazing.
I felt chill bumps whenever everyone showed back up on Endgame. So what is your number
Okay,
one?
so I guess we've discussed your 2 and 1.
Basically, yes. Wait,
My
wait,
number one-
wait. I am like so scared. Like, what is it? Oh my god.
My number 1 was your number 3.
Oh, okay. I can. Wow. Okay.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
I knew it was gonna be somewhere, but I didn't know.
Was that your number 3, right?
Yeah, it was number 3.
Peanut Butter Falcon. I haven't loved a movie like that, and I don't know when. It was freaking hilarious. It was touching, and it just blew me away. Like, I did not know what to expect from this movie.
Indie films are good.
And Shia LaBeouf, I love that guy.
Buff or buff?
Boof,
Shia LaBeouf.
Buff, whatever.
Why do you have to pronounce that you?
I love him. I
He's
love him
awesome.
in everything he does.
He's a
Even
really good-
Transformers.
He's a really good. Oh yeah, I love him in Transformers. He was funny. But you know how you said like actors are the same in all their movies?
Yeah.
I feel like Shia LaBeouf is like that.
He is to a
But
degree.
he can change really
but
good though.
he has a little more range.
Okay.
Like, he can do the Transformers where he's like just playing this crazy hectic. Well,
Well, he was kind of like a smarty
has-
pants, you know?
he has showed range because he's kind of very similar in character in Transformers and like Indiana Jones. But then you get into Peanut Butter Falcon and he's way more serious, and he like is more like offish. Like he doesn't like at first the kid was annoying him. Mm-hmm. And then he made like another movie this year where it was like basically they said it was like autobiographical where he basically plays his father.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see it. It's called Honey Boy, but apparently that's even better. Like as far as his acting is concerned, I don't think it's quite.
Is this movie? Is Honey?
It's not a feel good movie. Like that's why I like Peanut Butter Falcon. Peanut Butter Falcon's
It's
a feel good movie. I mean,
Yeah.
it ends good. It's just a good movie.
What is that? Dakota. What's her
Although he
name?
does get the crap beat out of him, but
But it's.
Dakota Johnson, I've never liked her until this movie.
I literally have never seen her in a movie. I mean, I haven't seen her in a movie. I've just seen her in movies. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey. Like, I've never seen that, but she's in that.
Apparently,
But like, I haven't seen her in anything.
yeah, those are like
You know what
atrocious movies.
Yeah, like I've never looked and saw her in something different. You know,
Right.
like quality.
But she was good in this.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, she didn't have a huge part, but she had a good enough part, and
Yeah.
what she did was a good character. I liked it. I did Peanut Butter Falcon, my number 1 movie of the year.
I'm actually-
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
I'm actually proud. That's good. Like I like that. That's great. It made our list in our top 5.
Yeah, it's good. Quality show.
Yeah, it is.
I like the indie feel of it. It was very mud, but I like it better than mud.
And also, little Zach,
Yeah.
dude, he is just hilarious.
When
He
he's
was
running
cracking
down the
me up.
street in his underwear.
Was that his underwear? You're right.
Yeah, he was in his old
You're right,
tidy
you're right.
whities. I was
Whenever-
like, oh yeah, this is what I'm in for.
And like I can quote him and stuff. Like just what I said earlier. I got no money and I got no pockets. And and then when he shot the gun and flew back, I was laughing so hard.
And then when he does the Peanut Butter Falcon,
Oh yeah.
it's just
He
hilarious.
got drunk.
It was good acting all around. I was very impressed
Yeah.
with this crazy little movie.
And I'm pretty sure DJ's like, I think that's the best movie I've ever seen.
DJ was he's like, this may be my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said
I
that.
was right. I was, whoa,
It was, like you said, feel good. That was our top 10, baby. I'm pretty, like, okay with that. You know, like our choices we had. Like it was a little weird there for you, but I mean, I think it's good. I mean,
Let It Snow really got you.
I mean, it was very. I was shooketh. So,
all right. Well, we're. I'm sure everybody else already done all their top 10s, but
hey, I mean, we're not that
always
late. It's 19 days.
I also, I waited a while.
Yeah,
because there's some movies that did not make my top 10.
Oh,
that I was trying to get in. I was trying to watch them just to see where they would land.
Gops. Guess what made my 17?
What?
Cats.
Oh my God. Are you
was
serious?
atrocious.
Oh, that's right. You watched 17 movies.
Yeah, it was 17. It's number 17.
Well, I watched 43, and it's my 43rd.
43? What is that?
Huh?
Oh. I thought you were saying you watched 43, like you watched a movie called 43. But you're saying you watched 43 films. Got
Yes. Cats was 43. Holiday. Let's do my bottom 5. Cats.
Cats was 43.
Holiday.
You didn't even finish Cats. You shouldn't even put it on yours.
It was atrocious.
I watched the entire movie.
Holiday in the Wild was 42. That's like the cheesiest. Oh my God, cheesiest Netflix movie.
Wait, what's it called?
Holiday in the Wild.
Oh, okay.
It is atrocious. 41, The Intruder.
Forgot about that one.
That was bad. 40.
I thought it was all right.
40 was this weird movie on Netflix called IO. It's like two people living. They're like the last two people on Earth. It's got Anthony Mackie, the guy who plays Falcon in Avengers.
Oh, you told me that.
It's got the girl. She's in lots of stuff now, but she's Andy McDowell's daughter. It's just boring. It was completely boring. End of the world could not be more boring. I mean, and then Lion King.
Lion King was number 15 for me.
It was terrible. Alita Battle Angel.
Wow, it's really far
and then
down.
Glass was like in my top bottom 7.
What was number 20?
Number 20.
Yeah.
I was doing like my bottom 7, like from 43 down to 37.
I see what you're saying.
But after my top 10, then it would go more movies that were pretty terrible that people would not approve of. One that was kind of got me was Escape Room. I really liked Escape Room.
So that's the issue. What happened with, I forgot to put that one in there. I forgot all about that. I thought Escape Room was actually surprisingly okay. Like,
it was surprisingly entertaining and like suspenseful.
Yeah, I liked it.
For a little cheap movie from the girl from Lost.
Lost in Space.
Lost in Space, that's right. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode.
All right, let's get to packing and yep. I was gonna try to rhyme that. You actually paused and were looking at me. I didn't know what you wanted me to say.
I thought you might say something.
I'm not gonna say anything, but
I'm the primary horse.
You're the horse? He's the horse. I'm the donkey. Later, dudes.
Bye.